Okay, good afternoon, everybody. So it's so lovely to have you all again with me. So I'm sure we are going to have a very enjoyable session this afternoon. Very enjoyable class. So I am going to start the class telling you the objectives.
Okay.
So basically, objective number 1 is going to be the use of adverbs of degree. Okay. So we are adverbs of degree. So we are going to practice some adverbs of degree in order to strengthen and in order to soften sentences. Okay. That's going to be our objective number 1.
Very interesting subject.
Very interesting class. Like always.
Sorry, but I will be.
You will be okay.
Okay, I hope
So
I will be happy to remember those others.
Excellent. Good, good. We will use them. They're very useful, very handy to use, no? In order to soften and strengthen sentences. And the whole class, we are going to talk about taking risks.
Okay.
Taking risks.
Oh, yes. All right.
So,
I love taking risks.
You do?
Sometimes.
I
take a lot of risks.
Yeah?
Yes.
So I will ask you many questions about those risks that you have taken.
Okay.
Okay? So we are going to start the class watching a video. Okay? So can everybody see it clearly? Is it okay for everybody? Can you all see it? Okay. So what kind of risk does this couple take? Think about it while you watch the video, and what benefits the couple does the couple have in order to take this risk? Okay, so let's listen and let's watch the video.
Okay.
At the cinema. Bikers at the cinema. So people are arriving to watch a movie, and look what they find.
A lot of people.
It's scary.
A lot of mean people.
Okay, look, people came twice. This is going to be crazy.
Couple.
Yay! After so many couples, they were the only brave ones. This is actually a Carlsberg ad, the beer.
Oh, right.
Carlsberg.
I remember that beer.
That calls for a Carlsberg.
Yes. Very popular.
So what risk did the couple take? What do you think?
Well, I think it's very difficult for them to enter into a area where there are lots of mean people. I won't sit in there. We go out.
Exactly.
I would go out immediately with my bride or with my girlfriend. I will not sit down over there.
So they took a risk.
Yeah, they took
It was a
Some of
risk.
them refused. They saw, those people.
Yeah.
They go back.
Exactly. They
When
went back.
we arrive late, we have to face this kind of severe risks for this reason.
Okay, when you arrive late to the cinema. Okay. Have you arrived late recently to a movie?
No frequently,
No, because.
but several times I did.
Okay. Okay. So you missed the first part of the film when you arrive. Okay.
But I see that you speak well. I mean, where did you study English?
First at USA and then at British too.
Nice.
Kind of.
You like English? Nice.
With a nice accent.
I really love English, and I have studied it since I was a child.
Nice.
And,
Yeah.
So thank you all of you for your comments. So can any of you tell me what is the biggest risk that you have taken in your life? Just think about it, and then if you want to share it with us, just tell me in a brief comment.
I can tell you one risk that I took. I am a pilot.
Okay, you are a pilot.
I'm a pilot of a Boeing 727, and I was like 57 years old, and I didn't work anymore with the company I was working with, and I was offered a job in at Congo, South Africa, no, Central Africa. Then I went over there, and I knew there was a lot of risk to fly over there.
Okay.
I was told that there aren't too many pilots that have gone over there and fly within the Congo.
Oh.
It's a very difficult country. The runways are too long. It's a jungle.
Long.
But yeah, bad runways. There are no good viewers. There's a lot of risk.
Wow.
Oh.
Like the bikers. I clap in front of you. To fly as a pilot, I take my hat.
There aren't too many pilots that have gone to Congo to fly. Like 5 or 7 pilots at the most have gone, because there are a lot of risk.
Of course, yeah. There aren't too many pilots.
No.
So you are son of the few.
Yeah.
One of the few.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Very great,
Congratulations.
I guess.
Definitely.
I have heard about 4 or 5 pilots that have gone from South America or America
Wow.
to
Thank you for sharing that. Before I ask you a question, I forgot to ask you about the video. I got excited. I wanted to know about you. But what benefits did the couple have? The only couple that was brave to sit down. What benefits did they have?
At the end of the situation, people clap.
Exactly.
They were clapping, and
It's
also
very important for people
for motivation.
to get this kind.
And what else? What else did
And
they
they got the free beer.
the free beer? Exactly.
They got a free beer, and
That's a good motivation.
So I realize that you like beer, don't you?
yeah,
I like beer. That's a good motivation. There you are.
I like beer.
Excellent.
yeah, it's yeah, it make you happy.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Excellent, thank you very much.
Makes you
Okay,
happy.
so I'm going to give you now 30 seconds for you to write down a list of verbs that you use or that you think that we all use when we talk about
Okay.
risks. Okay?
Bears.
Let's think verbs. Let's do a little list. Let's think about financial risk. Maybe when a company loses a lot of money, things like that. So I'm gonna give you 30 seconds for you to write down
Risk about setting in the
verbs.
yeah, there's no point. Risk about what?
For anything. Let's think about the business world. Okay? What verbs do you use to talk about risks? Think about actions that you use to talk about risks. I'm going to do a little list. Okay, so we have
not very good at it. Can we use another risk? No, it doesn't matter. Right?
Yes, any risk that you, personal risk, everyday life risk, big business risk.
Can we use 2 or 3 words there?
Okay, yes, you can. Or phrasal verb, something. Yes, of course. Yeah, good idea. You can. Okay, give me some ideas.
I think I can.
Brainstorm. Andre?
Maybe lost,
Okay.
over, win, earn money,
Good,
fail,
excellent. Yeah.
price, read, or read, sorry,
Yeah.
study,
Break
run,
in.
breaking, instant and run.
Good.
Get out.
Okay.
To be afraid.
Off. Okay.
Get sick.
Get sick. To be afraid of.
Get pain.
Good. Okay. Lost. That's good. Alvaro?
Afraid to borrow money, the banks, not to be able to pay the debt,
Okay.
To pay the
To
debt,
pay.
to fly,
To fly.
to ride a bike in Bogota, to drive
To
in
ride a
Bogota,
bike in
to ride a motorcycle in Bogota. It's a risk.
Excellent. Good. Everything is to do with risk. Well done. Okay. What do you think of this list of verbs that I have here?
Anticipate.
Anticipate. Andres, would you like to read that?
Okay,
please?
anticipate, calculate, eliminate, encounter, estimate, foresee, guts, wakes up, reduce, prioritize, and face.
Okay, excellent. Okay, let's focus on pronunciation. This one, how do you say this?
Gut,
This one.
foresee,
Foresee.
foresee up.
Okay, foresee. And the next one?
Gut,
Gosh.
Gosh.
Gosh. Good. And this one.
Priority.
Prioritize.
Prioritize.
Thank you.
Prioritize.
Prioritize. Okay. Are you familiar with all of them?
Yes, I am. Of course.
Thank you. What about Andres?
I forgot what is gosh.
Gosh.
It's, to
Okay.
measure. To measure. A
Exactly.
figure out is to measure.
Okay. Thank you.
Foresee.
We'll go back.
Foresee.
Foresee. Okay.
What's the meaning of foresee?
Okay. Foresee. We're going to explain this one and we are going to explain this.
Okay.
Okay. Foresee and gosh. Okay. Does anybody, before I give the answer, foresee something?
Foresee
Something before.
is to see something in the future. That comes in the
Or anticipate, similar.
In order to see.
In order, I
see?
can foresee
To see?
there is going to be a lot of rain this
Yeah.
afternoon
Anticipating.
because the sky.
There are a lot of
So
clouds
great.
in the sky.
Suppose. See.
There are
The sky is covered with clouds, so I foresee that it's going to rain this afternoon.
exactly.
Predict.
When you can predict
Predict.
because something is so
In the future.
obvious.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Prediction.
Okay. So, okay, how do you say about foresee, prioritize, encounter, eliminate? What about face? Face,
To-
give me
Oh,
a
I have to
sentence.
face
Give me
a
a
lot of trouble
sentence.
when-
The life. Yeah. Face
When
life.
you in a city like Bogota, you have to face a lot of trouble.
Yes, it's good.
Because traffic jams,
Mhm.
insecurity, and etc., etc.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Okay. So in the reading that we are going to do today, if you have a look in your textbook,
Yes.
you are going to find these verbs and some other ones that talk about taking risks. Okay. So this is really interesting. If you go to page 3, 1, 2, and 3 in the textbooks, 1, 2, and the third one. Exactly. Everybody has the reading.
Yes.
Internationalization, similar to globalization. Okay.
Okay.
Risk or opportunity. Okay. This is more geared up. This is more focused on the business world. Okay. So I'm going to give you 3 minutes for you to read and to get familiar with the article. We are going to analyze only 2 columns because it's quite extensive article. Okay.
So we only read 2 columns.
Yes.
The 2 columns, okay?
Exactly.
Gracias.
I hope you enjoy it.
Okay. A lot of strange words.
Yeah, they're related to the business world. Okay. So anything interesting that caught your attention in the reading?
According to our system of life, we have a lot of problems because we are undeveloped country.
Third world country.
The situation is
Undeveloped
undeveloped.
country. Okay, that's true. Okay, and it's comparing our country or our third world country with other big industrialized countries. Albert.
It's interesting to know that more than 90% of our world trade is transported by sea or other waterways, and that the largest container with the cargoes of 13,000 containers may be worth an excess $1 billion. That's a lot of money.
Imagine that.
A lot of
Imagine
money.
that. Imagine that.
I never figured it out that 90% of all world trade is transported by sea. I didn't figure it out that. I didn't think about that.
Imagine how much
Not that much.
would be to insure
Oh yes.
a ship like that.
Oh yes.
Would that be a risk or an opportunity? That's the question, right? When we talk about it. Okay, so before we go into the reading, I'd like to ask you 2 questions. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Andres, what things do you and your family insure against?
Insure?
You go and pay an insurance. You want to
Well, first our health,
health insurance,
a car, you
car
have a car
insurance.
accident.
Exactly.
Sometimes also I remember in supermarket if you buy a cell phone or a laptop, they give you an insurance because they say, especially in Bogota, someone is going to steal you, so they have like an insurance and they give you a new one.
There are a new kind of insurance. For example, the other day I bought a TV set, and they advise insurance this, and took this kind of insurance because an electric device had a lot of enemies.
Exactly.
We ought to insure our apartment
Yeah.
The
in case of an
apartments.
earthquake or whatever happens.
A burglar
Most
is
of the
coming.
people do not insure their apartments, and it's not good. Maybe because they don't have enough money to insure it.
Exactly.
But
It's
it's very
not
important because
cheap.
if you have an earthquake or whatever thing, if there is a big loss in the apartment, and you don't have money to.
Apartment. Insurance. Apartment insurance.
Yes.
I heard that when you pay administration, that covers some part of it.
No,
I don't know.
no,
Is
no,
that
no,
different?
not over here. You have to
Okay.
pay. You have to pay
An extra.
Yes, an extra money.
Oh.
You have to go to a bank or whatever, and they insure your apartment. You have to pay like 700,000 a year, and
Exactly.
it is good. It is good to have to have insured the apartment.
In the country, farmers have to pay insurance for
Farmers?
the ones
Oh, yes.
related with cattle, of agriculture,
Exactly.
crops.
Farmers,
Yes.
right? Country people.
Yeah.
They have to pay.
It's
They
a
have to
good
pay
idea.
insurance for the
Yes.
cows and
Cattle,
for the chicken.
agriculture,
Well, you know.
crops.
crops. Oh, thank you. Yeah, good. Good to hear.
If the winter is very crowded, and the crops is lost, no problem.
It's,
You have
it's
an
insured. It's
Okay.
insured.
Everything is insured. Do you want to hear something really
Also,
crazy?
yeah, please.
Do you know that models and celebrities insure
Oh yes.
their own body?
They-
yeah, I
Like
hear
Jennifer
something.
Lopez, her butt,
Yeah.
and football,
Beautiful butt.
beautiful butt, sorry, and the footballers, the legs,
The
because they are
Messi
precious
and
to them.
Cristiano Ronaldo. There.
And
I hear something like that.
and some actresses have a beautiful breasts.
Actresses?
and-
Yeah, I was thinking
and
about
they
it.
I was thinking about
I was
it.
thinking.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. Then.
their value possessions.
Salma Hayek, I hear something.
Their value possessions. Exactly.
A Mexican American.
And so, what sort of things do big international companies need to insure against? Let's think about big companies like
No,
Coca-Cola.
no. For
Like the
example,
accidents.
for example, the company I flew with,
Okay,
so
as a pilot.
they have to insure the airplanes in case of an accident. So it is very important for them, for the owner, for the president, the owners, to insure the airplanes in case of an accident. So if there is a big loss of the airplane, the insurance company will pay back the airplanes. And not only that, but they, if the price of the airplane would be like $10,000, they will insure the airplane for $20,000 for
Imagine
2
that!
years.
Isn't it
Wow.
crazy? Wow.
So they earn a lot more money.
Wow.
Some people say that they would love the airplane crashes,
Oh.
so they
Take
will
money.
receive double payment.
Yeah, exactly. Wow,
I remember this movie, Sully. Have you seen that?
Sully. No.
The captain.
Oh yes, the
The
captain
pilot
Tom
who-
Hanks.
Yeah.
What I said?
New York.
He was
Yeah.
summoned by the
Sully.
company
Sully.
In the water.
Yes, that's right.
because he saved the life of many people, but the airline said, no, you are irresponsible. Now we have to pay a lot of money. Something like that.
Yes.
No, but I
The contrary.
didn't hear about it. He was considered the pilot and the co-pilot both were considered heroes.
Heroes, but
They
the
were-
airlines. Well, this was in the movie because you know.
Yeah,
They-
movies
In the
never
movie,
done.
the airlines sued
But-
because
Uh-huh.
he
But-
was unresponsible. He can like going back. or
He
shoot.
couldn't.
No,
He couldn't
He could not
in the
return to the
past.
airport. He didn't have a
He
chance to
couldn't.
return to the
Yeah.
airport. He had to land on the river. I think
He
it's
couldn't,
he couldn't.
right? He couldn't in the past, right?
Yeah,
He couldn't
because
return.
they said that he was hero. Well, this was in the movie, and well,
That-
he was a hero,
this
but
is-
then he was a villain.
I-
But at the end, he was a
I haven't
hero.
heard about it.
No, in the movie, the movie like.
We recommend you to watch the film. It's
You have
good.
to
We don't know if it's the like real
I saw it.
experience,
I
but
drove
oh,
my
you
hand
can.
on this thing.
This
And
is
I
quite
listened
good.
all the talk and the pilots within the cockpit. We pilots, when there is an accident, we go to the class and they tell us exactly what happened and we hear
Okay.
all what the pilots said. You know.
How?
So the
we-
problem was birds.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
crashed against the airplane.
Yeah.
Oh, the
So
birds,
The
okay.
birds went into the engines and the engines shut down. So
Ah.
the guy was great, and both of them, because the co-pilot followed the instructions the captain said to the co-pilot, and he followed all the instructions, and they couldn't land on it. And they said all.
He took a huge risk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Following the topic of the class, right?
Yeah.
So, this is a perfect topic, talking about Sully and this film, because I want you to focus, just review the reading and tell me, remember, adverbs of degree, right? Words that emphasize, that make the words greater, exaggerate, adverbs.
Okay.
So I invite you to have a look and tell me which words or which adverbs. Remember, we are looking for adverbs. Adverbs that emphasize the adjectives. Have a look in the reading.
34:9. You can read.
Most difficult challenges.
Difficult.
Most difficult, yeah, it would be an
Okay, that's a noun. Remember, we are focusing on adverbs.
most.
Then,
Produce la llave
Okay.
difficult.
Sorry.
what is the common word, the ending of an adverb in English?
Li.
Li.
L-I.
Okay, that's right.
Lay
Thank
white.
you. Okay.
L.
So, sorry, what word were you mentioning?
No.
No, this is
No,
What
it was-
word were you mentioning?
No.
From
I was
adverbs
wrong.
of degree. That
Extremely.
strengthen.
Extremely. In
Thank you very
44. 44. Okay.
Exactly. Okay, so
Has seen some extremely high awards for damage. Yes.
okay.
Some
Excellent.
extremely high awards for damage.
Well, there are not so many. Yeah.
Not so many. No, you have to.
Extremely.
Thank you. Excellent. You both quoted. 44. Yes, line 44. Line 44. Extremely. Okay. Okay. If you focus any other one that you can see. What about 56, 57, 58, 57, 58?
Ultimately,
Ultimately, very good.
Ultimately.
those. And
So,
1904, the global economy is increasingly.
increasingly. Okay, you were looking at the end of the article. Increasingly. So we have words. Thank you. Increasingly. Okay.
Immeasurably.
Immeasurably. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So, what is happening to those adjectives? Extremely high. Are the words making a strengthen?
Stress.
Okay.
Strengthen the word, the verb, the sentence.
Extreme doses, maybe.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
60.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Can you tell me one word like that, an adverb that makes or does the opposite, instead of strengthen the word, soften the words? Think about it. Maybe that not here from the reading.
The contrary, the opposite.
You have it there.
Anatomy.
Okay, something that an adverb that makes the word softer.
Fury.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. What about mildly? Something that is mildly.
Moderately.
Partly. Reasonably.
Okay.
Moderately. Moderately.
Immeasurably.
Mildly.
So,
What about poorly?
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I like that black hole.
I know it's very
No, I haven't seen the black hole with that. I like it.
The blackboard.
Yeah.
So,
very creative. Okay, fairly,
Okay.
poorly,
poorly,
Naturally.
extreme, no,
Naturally.
Scarcely.
scarcely, to make us softer, right? To make it softer.
So,
Okay, so you notice that when we talk about risk, when we talk about risk and any other topics, but focusing on this topic, these words are really practical. Oh, these words are extremely practical.
oh,
Yes. Yes, they are. Indeed.
complex.
Indeed, exactly. So
Complexity is it as well?
complexity is a noun.
No.
Complexity. But
It's not an adverb.
if it's not an adverb.
Ah.
When you remember what is the difference between adverbs and adjectives?
Adverb is related to verb. Adverb.
And the adjective is related with the nouns.
Noun. Yes.
So we say
You're a student.
extremely high. This extremely is describing the adjective. Okay? And if we say extremely high risk, high is describing the noun. Okay? Did you hear at the news, the news reporters, they
yeah.
use these kind of words a lot.
I hear, yeah.
Because they're told they want
CNN
to
and BBC, they want to exaggerate.
exaggerate.
They want to withdraw the attention. Of the public,
Exactly.
you know, so that's why they
Because the oil, the gas is extremely high in Colombia. But it costs a lot of money, I do something like that.
Excellent.
Especially yellow press.
I like your English.
Yellow
Ah.
press.
Yeah,
Thank you.
really good. Excellent. So I'm going to write
He's a
here.
journalist.
Yeah, Andres is a
Yeah,
journalist.
journalist. Yeah. So for that reason, I remember that.
About the news, and you say
About
yes,
the
yes, I
news.
know. Focus on these words here, thinking about we are watching the news. Okay, fairly accurate,
Okay.
incredibly
Okay.
well prepared,
Incredibly well prepared.
Unbelievably well.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. You see, they make the words bigger, they strengthen the words. Well prepared, right? Well prepared.
Amazing.
Badly,
Amazing.
amazingly good. Badly misjudged. Thinking about the news, right? Badly. Okay, so I want you to think about the news about Venezuela. We have a lot of news about Venezuela.
Oh, yes. Plenty of that.
Okay, all the time. So think about, you just heard a report about Venezuela. Okay, and between the three of you, I want you to have a little dialogue about your opinion on this news. Let's say that they were talking about that Venezuelans coming to Colombia have been really bad for Colombia for Colombian
but
economy?
yes. What I think, I was an immigrant in the United States, and there are a lot of people that haven't gone to another country with few dollars in their pockets, and it is very difficult to come to another country without having money, without having a place where to sleep. And for me, it's very sad because I did that in the United States. I went over there the first time with $200. It is nothing, and didn't have a place to sleep. So I know what is the meaning of it. You know, to come to a different country where you don't have a family. You know, it's very sad.
Really sad. Okay, so that is incredibly sad.
Incredible.
Yeah.
That
For me,
is
it's very sad.
incredibly sad.
Incredibly sad.
Incredibly sad. Okay,
People,
so
this
continue
kind
with
of
the idea.
people-
I want you to include in your comments these words. Let's practice. But please continue talking. It's
Expensive the way of life in
Yeah.
Venezuela. Is it?
This kind of
Lovely.
people need love too.
Yes.
Not only money,
Yeah, they need comprehension,
facility,
understanding.
but also love.
But do you think the news are totally unrealistic sometimes?
Ooh, yes.
Totally unrealistic. Okay. But you know,
Totality, what?
okay, thank you. But you know what is absolutely awful? When you see like families with 6 kids in
Right.
front of Éxito and Olímpica,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
come out with your shopping and you see all the kids.
It's very sad. Very sad.
That is, so how would you say, using an adverb, is what?
Termination.
Extremely sad.
Extremely sad.
Incredibly sad.
Incredibly sad.
Deeply disappointed.
Deeply disappointed.
Extremely.
Slightly, deeply, totally.
Extremely
What about this one? Superbly presented.
Super represented.
Do you think the news are fairly accurate sometimes?
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay. So we are going to continue. We are going to.
Okay.
We are going to continue with another exercise to continue the class. Okay.
Okay.
We are going to do our second exercise.
Congratulations. You are a good teacher.